Well, greetings all. This here is a picture of me back in 1984. I had my top hat, my tailcoat that was a charcoal gray, and I used to be a chimney sweep. Anyone can be a chimney sweep if you want to be, okay? But basically what I wanted to do today was say shalom to y'all and talk to you about garlic. Okay, now this is a new way for you that may have problems, children and such, not liking the taste of garlic, knowing that it's necessary. The allicin in the garlic will cure most things, from colds to flus to, it's preventative mostly. But I buy these in bags like this. They're already fresh peeled and such, and I took 2 bags from here. They were like $2.19 a bag or something. And I cut the ends off where they would grow roots, and I, of course, washed them off. I split many of them in half, and I've left them sit in the jar now for about a half an hour. Now, the secret to making some delicious garlic is very simple. What I like using is, I've got this here organic, and I'm not saying that HEB is the best. It should have, like it says here, with the mother. And it doesn't mean your mother-in-law or your real mother. It's talking about the mother that's inside of apple cider vinegar. It shows that it's alive, the same way as if you're eating honey and you leave it and it gets cold or whatever and it starts to crystallize. Well, you know that when it crystallizes, it's alive. So then all you simply do is you take your vinegar. You can also use balsamic vinegar, and just fill it right up, okay? Just cover up your garlic, and this is all there is to it. You could put some sugar in here. You could even put cinnamon or other spices. You could put some pepper, and just cover it up. That's all you need to do. Now it's covered up completely. Let that sit on your countertop from now on, okay? After about 3 days, after about 3 or 4 days, and of course you want to put a cover on there, keep bugs and things from going in there, falling in there. But after about 3 or 4 days, you take a taste of that garlic and you'll see there's very little garlic taste to it, very little flavor. It's going to pick up more on a mixture with the vinegar. It's just absolutely marvelous. When I used to use balsamic vinegar, or I put a little bit of sugar in there with it, there were times I went to go get some, and my youngins had eaten me out of house and home on it. You know, it was the hardest thing to keep on the counter sometimes, was the garlic, because they loved it for snacks and everything else. They really enjoyed it, and I hope this little help trick for you is something that you can use. Please put it to use. We got winter coming up. You want to avoid flus and colds and all that. If you do get a cold, feel a cold coming on, please take about depending on your weight. If you weigh like 100 pounds or so, take about a teaspoon and a half, 2 teaspoons. If you're weighing like 200 or more, I would suggest a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of black pepper. Mix it up in some mashed potatoes, or ketchup was something that somebody had told me they used it on too. They decided to use it and they tried it with ketchup. So they mix it in with ketchup and they ate their french fries and stuff with it. But if you'll eat, from anywhere from a teaspoon to 2 tablespoons of black pepper, it'll knock a cold right out of you. It will deter a flu. Very marvelous for you. Think about these things. If you do come down with symptoms, please don't forget black pepper. Garlic will help keep it away from you, okay? It really will. Garlic will keep these things from you if you're diligent at using it. Of course, I brought other videos, and you could also take garlic and mince it up, put it into honey and vinegar, about equal portions, I guess you could use, and take that every day, first thing on an empty stomach, and it will keep away most of these illnesses that are coming upon us. And we're about ready to get a bunch of bad illnesses coming on us, okay? Even diseases that were forgotten, things that Egypt didn't even see, is going to come on us in these last days. So let's get prepared. The best way I could tell you to do that, though, is to put your trust in our King. and do what he says to do. Whatever name you call on, just remember, he says, if you want life everlasting, keep the commandments. If you want to live forever, keep the laws. And that's the very last thing it says in Revelation chapter 22, verses 14 through 15. Blessed are those that keep the commandments. They'll have right to the tree of life, and they may enter into the kingdom, okay, the gates of that great city. But those that are outside are the liars, the whoremongers, the sorcerers, and all the ones that, go to church or whatever thinking that the laws are done away with. These are the ones that are on the outside. Please read your scriptures, starting in Genesis, read all the way through, and don't miss a word. And put these things together for yourself. Ask our King to guide you. He'll show you. You must live by these laws and commandments because it brings peace. And if there's no crying, no suffering, no pain, or anything in the kingdom, there's got to be a reason for it. It's not a supernatural thing. It's going to be because we're going to be keeping and living by the every word that our King became. Okay, so between that and garlic, you all have a beautiful day. I love y'all. I hate what you do unless you're repenting, and then I love that, but other than that, y'all are just beautiful people. Our Father created you all, but he created you for his Son, and I just hope that you'll seek him. Seek him and find him and hold on to him forever. Love y'all. Shalom.